Hi, I'm Paul from Find My Footwear, and today we're looking at the new Glycerin GTS 23 from Brooks and comparing it to the Glycerin GTS 22 to see what's changed, if it's better, and if you should upgrade. So first of all, let's have a look at some of the stats. And the stats are really the biggest changes, although it's only a minor change really, and it's in the overall stack of the midsole. In the new Glycerin GTS 23, we've got a 38mm stack in the heel. Now, depending on whose figures you look at, that can range from anything from 39.3 overall stack down to 38. But in the heel, it remains the same as the Glycerin GTS 22. So we've got a reasonably near max stack height. I think some of the confusion across some of the websites and some of the literature, including that from books on different pages and from websites and tech sheets and tech specs for the shoe, some literature refers to the overall stack, including the outsole and the insole, some just measuring the thickness of the midsole itself. But in the heel, it's unchanged. What has changed in the GTS 23 is the stack in the forefoot, and it's 28mm. So that's up 2mm from the 22, and that gives it a softer, more cushioned, more responsive feel. The drop is down also in the 22. It was a 10mm drop from heel to forefoot, now an 8mm drop. And in a support category shoe, the GTS, of course, featuring the GuideRail technology. A slightly lower drop, I feel, makes the overall ride of the shoe a little bit more balanced, a little bit more stable. The shoe does feature the nitrogen injected foam. In fact, on this model, it's not been, it has been called out. It's very subtle in the light green there. I couldn't see that first. So DNA tuned, that's a nitrogen injected foam. Now, in the Glycerin models, the Glycerin GTS, the Glycerin 23 and the Glycerin Max 2, the tuned DNA refers to the kind of different nature, the moulding process in which the nitrogen is injected into the midsole technology. Larger cells in the heel, smaller cells, nitrogen in the forefoot. That means you get a softer feel in the heel, a more responsive, more entertaining, a better push off in the forefoot. You can kind of see, if you look through, it's kind of translucent, and we've got these little splices into the midsole. You can see the kind of the nature of the material. It's kind of encased in the white core, as it were, and then you've got the tune material in the center. So that in itself keeps the shoe balanced, and again, much deeper DNA nitrogen foam in the forefoot, so it gives it that springier toe off. It's a really entertaining shoe, and for a stability shoe, I think it's the nicest ride around. We've got the GuideRails technology, GTS, whereas previously Brooks recorded this as go-to support, now they're kind of trying to transition into GuideRail technology system, still GTS. It still has the same effect. You've got a slightly extended side wall on the lateral side when your foot lands on the lateral side of the heel. It's also concave here. See this? It scoops in, so it squashes a little bit easier when the heel strikes the ground. As it rolls inward, we've got a little bit more powder section there. I can see that. Some more convex shape, broader base, and the guide rail sits up under the arch a little bit more. So together, those rails come up like so, create a cup, an egg cup kind of shape, foot sits in it, that creates the stability both naturally and both laterally, sorry, not naturally, but it is a natural feel, on the lateral side and the medial side of the foot. So very good, very effective support. So far on rear view video gait analysis that I've been using in the store, I've seen about 40-50 people in the shoe. It's been very effective for 99% of them, and everybody is really loving the Glycerin GTS 23 right now. Came out on the 1st of January here in the UK. What else is new? Well, whilst the upper looks the same, we've got a triple jacquard construction. So the triple jacquard refers to, it's kind of almost like a 3D knitted design. You've got layers of mesh knitted together. That creates like a soft padded feel around the foot. It's very breathable, but it is very plush. It's a nice fit around the midfoot. The tongue isn't gusseted, but it's got these twin loops here and here. So it holds the laces in place, stays nicely seated on the instep. Lots of padding, I like that. So when you tie the shoe, it doesn't dig into the instep at all, very plush. Lots of padding around the ankle collar and into the Achilles, and this twin construction. We've seen it on last year's model, the 22, and on other shoes, including those from Books, as well as Puma, as well as Asics. Lots of brands using this kind of style. But it's really nice. I like it. It means the heel, you've got cushioning around the foot for immediate next to foot comfort, but it doesn't rub. It sits away from the skin, if you like, with this outer stretch panel, stretch tab here. The whole fit of the shoe is really plush, what you would expect of a premium shoe. Very competitively priced, no increase over last year. The weight is up a little bit. Men's 300 grams, ladies 272. It's about 20 grams or 0.4 of an ounce heavier than last year's model, but it doesn't feel it. It disappears around the foot. It feels very plush. Your foot sits into it. It feels soft, welcoming, and kind of really wants to go. It feels more like a faster running shoe than a big daily trainer. And that's the beauty of the shoe. The nitrogen injected foam with the deeper stack in the forefoot does make it feel a little bit livelier. So you are able to pick up the pace if you want in the shoe, as well as just doing steady everyday miles. So yeah, I didn't think the GTS 22 could be improved that much, but Books have done it. I think they really knocked it out of the park this year with the GTS 23. Final thing, outsole, new rubber, feels a little bit softer, a little bit more flexible, kind of tacky feel to it, no issues with it, nice flex, and I think it adds a little bit to the softer feel in the forefoot as well. So overall, a good improvement. We didn't think the GTS 23 could be improved that much. They've done it. It feels great, and I think it's going to be one of the best supportive daily trainers of 2026. But let's wait and see what everybody else is coming out with. It's going to be a good year. Any questions, stick them down below. Please give us a follow. I'll always endeavour to answer questions. But if you do subscribe, you'll keep updated with all the new videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Paul. This is Find My Footwear.